Welcome to NBA basketball. I'm Damon Bruce. We've got you covered here on 2K Sports. The weekend of hoops continues. It's the Boston Celtics going up against the Indiana Pacers. And that's it for now. Let's send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the...
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. And it's Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, a 7-footer with inside-outside offensive skills. In the middle at center. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. And there's Green, and it's Bass in at the 4 slot. And then for the Indiana Pacers, George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2. And starting 7'2", one of the true giants in the game, another great big man out of Georgetown, Roy Hibbert. Then there's Danny Granger, and it's West in at the 4-man position.
Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, originally from Canada, spent his teens in British Columbia. About a 7-hour drive from the Zags campus in Spokane.
And back to Olynyk, probably the most efficient player in college basketball last season. But Clark, questions lingered about the level of competition in the West Coast Conference.
Well, I think it'll be an adjustment dealing with the NBA size and strength no matter what level of competition you played in college. But I think he'll still have a way of separating himself because he's highly skilled.
Well, if the Pacers wanted to grab the attention of the league with their postseason play, they certainly did that. They marched through the first 2 rounds by knocking off the Hawks and the Knicks. And, boy, remember, they were a game away from the NBA Finals.
Here's Rondo. Outside Bradley. This is to Olynyk. Back to Bradley. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That's foul number 2 for him.
And fouls could be an issue here for him, so he's going to have to be very careful.
Luis Scola, he's checked in for Indiana. Knocked away. It's stolen by West. One-on-one fast break. Shot from free throw range. George dishes to Scola. Gets it to go. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Rondo. Ultimately, the Pacers would fall to the Heat, but they put them to the test. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They gained respect league-wide even more than they had going into the playoffs. It took 7 games, Clark, and you saw them all, which a lot of folks didn't see coming.
I know that's the case, and yet the way the Pacers showed such grit in that series, it indicates they can compete with anybody. And when you have a defensive anchor like they do in Roy Hibbert, they've got a chance to be a championship team before long.
Here's Olynyk. There's the dish to Rondo. The pass to Olynyk. Feeds to Green. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to Olynyk. Here's Bass. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there. You know, one thing you know about Bass is that he's going to knock some people around underneath. He's very strong. He's not real tall for a front court man, but he's strong and he's skilled as well. He'll knock down shots, but he loves getting on the offensive glass.
Oh, yeah, he'll make guys who have 4 or 5 inches on him look like a crash test dummy the way he throws them around. Bass is a big guy. He has no problem letting you know it. And you know what? His outside shot loosens up everything inside, spacing the floor beautifully for the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Well, you look back at a season ago, this is a club that made 78% of its shots from the free throw line, so very comfortable with that strike.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
The Pacers making a change here. Stevenson's checked in.
It's a couple of turnovers for him here in the early part of the quarter. He's going to have to tighten things up a little bit.
Rondo kicks to Bass, and Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Well, you know, last season, I think, officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but, you know, not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era, with KG and Pierce that is now a thing of the past. But look, they've hoisted a championship banner, very close to another. But it's just time to move on, and that's just the way it is in the NBA. These things go in waves, and the Celtics now in rebuilding mode.
And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
A bit of a down season, guys, for Brandon Bass on this past season. His numbers were down pretty much across the board. At 28 years old, he should be in his prime. We'll see how he bounces back this season.
And Bass